Okay, these are the results of the belief quiz that I gave you in class last week, and I'll go ahead and just give you a quick little introduction on this. The horizontal line is actually the wallet line on this, and the vertical line is actually the bedroom line. Now, the wallet deals with economic issues, and the bedroom line is going to deal with moral issues. Really, the point behind this quiz is to basically see how you feel government should regulate either bedroom or wallet issues, or for that matter, to try and figure out how you think government should actually just stay out of either bedroom or wallet issues. Now, as you look at this, if you scored on the right-hand side of this graph, the right-hand side of the vertical line, then that technically means that you are actually going to believe that government should regulate wallet or economic issues. If, on the other hand, you score on the left side of this line, in fact, this believes or means that you are actually going to believe that government should stay out of people's wallets. If you scored below the horizontal line, then in fact you are going to believe, as you look at this, that government should not regulate people's moral issues. The bulk of the class obviously finished there. And if in fact you scored above that horizontal line, then you believe that government should regulate moral issues. And there are very few of you that did. Now, to kind of break this down into the four quadrants, you'll notice down here in the bottom quadrant, this is actually where government does not want to regulate moral issues or bedroom issues. You'll also notice that this is also where government does not want to regulate wallet issues or economic issues. If you believe that government should limit or maybe even not regulate at all economics and limit its regulation or not regulate at all morals, you are actually what is considered as a libertarian. And you'll notice here, Reese, Jacob, Jabber, Kyle, Ahmed, and Astrid, you are all libertarians. Libertarians believe, in fact, that the size of government matters. Their argument is that government is not actually the solution to the problems, but in fact government itself is the problem. People would be better off if they actually stood on their own 2 feet and provided for themselves, rather than government providing for them. Libertarians are typically going to believe that they should be able to earn what they keep, but maybe just as importantly, they should be able to keep what they earn. So they're not going to believe technically that government can spend their money better than they can spend it for themselves. Libertarians are also going to believe that government should stay out of moral issues. In other words, government should really allow people to have gay marriage, or government should allow the legalization of weed, or government should not really get involved with prayer issues as far as public schools or a woman's right to abortion. All of these are examples where government involvement is actually going to make things worse. So, for exam purposes, if you want to, or ask what a libertarian is, libertarians are going to believe in small government being the answer, and libertarians are in fact going to believe that government is the problem, not the solution. Government should stay out of both the bedroom and the wallet in terms of regulation. Now, if you go up one size, you'll notice that there is Lonely Ivan up here in the upper left-hand quadrant. And Ivan has fallen in the quadrant which actually says that government should stay out of people's wallets, but he actually believes, one of the few people in the class, believes that government should regulate moral issues. This upper left-hand quadrant is actually where the conservatives, or very closely aligned, the Republicans are. Conservatives are typically going to believe that government can make better decisions for people than people can make for themselves in terms of moral issues. So they're going to limit or even eliminate gay marriage. They would limit or even eliminate abortion issues. They would require public schools to allow prayer. And again, the thought process is that we need to socialize people to make the right decisions, even if we have to force them to do it, because they will, or in fact may not be able to do it on their own. By the same token, while that is very different than libertarians, they are very much overlapping with libertarians in terms of wallet issues. Republicans are going to believe that they should earn what they keep and keep what they earn. Republicans are going to believe, in fact, that taxes should be low, and let's be honest, they would probably agree predominantly with the idea of one flat rate tax on everybody. The thought would be that if somebody earns $1 million, if somebody earns $10,000, both of them should be paying taxes at a 10% rate. And in fairness to the Republican conservative thought process, their argument would be if we've earned $1 million and we're giving $100,000, we should be taxed just the same as somebody that doesn't make nearly as much. I'll get to some flaws in that argument in a little bit, but their argument would be is that they've earned it. So when you look at this, Republicans are going to believe more in government action in terms of moral issues and government inaction, in fact, limited action in terms of economics. Now, you'll notice if we go down to the bottom corner here, we're going to find most of the class. And this is actually the part where government believes in regulating the wallet. This is also the part where government still believes in staying out of moral or bedroom issues. This category down here, you folks are my liberals. Chance, Vadim, Maria, Steve, Jennifer, Josué, Ronald, Jasmine, Victor, and Maria. All of you believe that government should get involved in economic issues. The idea is that government should get involved to prevent too few people from having too much and not enough people from needing more. And the argument would be is that if everybody has about the same amount, then in fact government, this is something that it can promote. When you look at this, government is going to believe in more of a progressive tax system here. Instead of allowing people to keep what they earn and earn what they keep, liberals are going to be more interested in taxing the people that make the most a little bit more because they have more to spend. When you think about it, if somebody has got $10,000 versus somebody that earns $1 million, that 10% is going to mean far more to that person with the lower amount of money because they've got less disposable income. Tax the wealthier more to be able to more equitably provide for everybody else. They're going to believe in giving people more chances, maybe to buy their first home or to pay for their college education. They're going to believe in regulations like a minimum wage or maximum hour type laws to protect the workers, and certainly workmen's compensation if there are injuries. With that said, Democrats are going to believe, and they overlap with liberals, they're going to believe, in fact, the government should stay out of moral issues. So whether it's abortion, whether it's the legalization of weed, whether it is prayer in the public schools, whether it is the ability to be able to shoot somebody if you feel threatened without legal repercussion, the argument is that government should regulate these things because these things are never clear-cut. In fact, the government needs to regulate them in the sense to be able to protect many of these freedoms, or at least to protect people from being violated by these issues. If you'll notice up here, Chance, you are actually a fairly moderate Democrat. Jennifer and Josué, 5 out of 7, 5 out of 7. You believe in the more liberal democratic way as far as government regulating wallet or economic issues and staying out of moral issues. You'll notice up here, Victor and Maria, both of you are very strongly in terms of regulating the wallet, but maybe a little bit more moderate on social issues. And then, of course, you'll notice down at the bottom, Steve, Ronald, and Jasmine, very strong in terms of government staying out of morals, but in fact, you believe that government should maybe a little bit more wallet in terms of, a little bit more moderate in terms of wallet regulations. In this final quadrant up here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice that another lonely spot, we've only got Quentin and Josie. In this instance, this is actually the exact opposite of libertarians. If you remember, the libertarians believe very, very strongly in staying out of both economic and moral issues. Well, this category in the upper right-hand corner is known as the populists, and they are going to believe in regulating as much as they can. Their argument is that whether it's economics or morals, government can make better decisions for the people than the people can make for themselves. So as such, they're going to regulate wallet or economic issues very strongly. They are also going to regulate morals. So when you think about it, liberal and conservative are exact opposites. Libertarian and populist are exact opposites too. In this situation, Josie, you are the strongest populist. If there's a test question, you're going to be the most likely to be the person that have control issues and in fact maybe even some dictatorial tendencies. If you scroll back down here into the libertarian side, you'll notice Ahmed and Astrid, both of you are actually strong libertarians. If you were a little bit stronger, you would be a little leaning toward anarchy, which is not just limited government, but in fact it is government that is the absence of government. So something to think think about. For exam purposes, please make sure you know the relationship between government regulation of bedroom and wallet, or non-regulation, for each of these four categories: libertarian, liberal, populist, and conservative. Good luck as you study for the exam.